then the gaffed ace of hearts, followed by the gaffed three of clubs. So I begin by having the cards in the wallet, and I always keep the cards on my left, which is your right that you're looking at, on the your right side of the wallet. So when I take these out of my pocket and I open them up, I know which side to grab so the indexes are facing the correct way. Okay, I now spread the cards out in a fan, and you can spread pretty wide here. That's what's great about this trick. Flash the front and the back, and what I do in the presentation is I pick one person out of the audience to be the spokesman for the whole group. And the reason I do that, because I don't want everyone in the audience guessing. Like, it's there, it's there. If you have 2 or 3 people all picking a different card, the effect is kind of ruined. So I make sure I tell the spectators, that everyone can watch and have fun. Everyone follow the red card, but nobody help him. He's on his own. So that presentation there is important. So I start off, I show the 3 cards, 2 black cards and a red card, and I explain that the red card is the money card. Now I'm going to show them one at a time. What I do is I reach my hand underneath the spread, and I pull the bottom card out, making sure that my thumb covers the index. So I show the first card, the 3 of clubs. I turn it face down. I show the red card. I say, this is the money card. This is the important one, the one to watch. That goes face down, and the last one goes face down. I say, now in New York City, they take the cards and they shuffle them real fast. And as I say that, I just go 1, 2, 3. And then I say, they even talk to you while they do it, and I go 1, 2, 3. But I try to do it at a real rapid pace, because the next thing I'm going to do will be funny if you did that fast. Now I explain, but I'm from Florida, and I don't do that. I go real slow. So I do the same thing, but I try to do it as slow as I can. This usually will always get a laugh there. I now ask the guy if he's ready. He says yes. I turn them end over end towards me to bring my indexes back to the right corner. The fake indexes are down here at the bottom corner now. So now I can spread, and I'm ready to start the game. Be careful here that you don't spread too far, okay? So you spread them out just enough to show the indexes. Now comes the first phase. You take the cards and you put your fingers on the face, thumb underneath, and you hold them so they're facing the audience. You tell the spectator to keep your eye on the red one. You say, I'm going to count to 3. When I get to 3, you yell go, and I'll shuffle them. Now, when you deliver that line, it's really important that you kind of stand back like you're really going to shuffle them fast. If you do that, you'll get a laugh in the next thing. Okay, so you say, watch the red card. Tell me when you're ready. 1, 2, 3. He yells go, and you go like this, as slow as you possibly can, and just milk this. And for some reason, laymen will always laugh at that because it is so super clean. Okay, so now I say to the spectator, where is it? And the spectator will always pick this one. Okay, I say, no, I'm sorry, sir, that's a black one. And what you're doing there is you're just covering the index with your thumb as you turn it over. So there's the fake index. A flourishy way to do it is you can take and snap the card over, okay, like this. So you say, I'm sorry, sir, that's a black one. That's a black one. Usually when I snap this one over, I keep my thumb in the middle so I can kind of flash the index. It doesn't matter, you're not proving anything anyway, but just a little tip. And then finally I say, I'm sorry, sir, the red one is in the middle. Now, 9 times out of 10, you'll get an applause on the very first phase. I wait for them to get through applauding, and I say, no, 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 don't applaud. I know what happened. I went too fast. And again, that's a funny line because you were doing it in slow motion. So you say, I'll do it one more time. You now pick up the cards, one under the other, okay? You give them one shuffle, and then you turn them again, end for end, and spread them out, again, being careful not to go too far, okay? So now you say, this time I'll go a little slower. I want you to keep your eye on the red card. Now what you do is your thumb covers the index, and you bring your hands up just a little bit, turn them up at an angle so you can place this card face down without flashing. Be careful here, because if you hold them down like this, I know you're trying to display them to the audience, but sometimes if they're down too far, when this comes out, that black's going to flash. So just a little important tip is to bring your hands up a little bit and then turn that down. Say, keep your eye on the red one. You take your fingers on top, thumb on the bottom, face the audience, and then you come down and you separate. So what you have now is the 2 over here, the 3 here, the gaff in the middle, okay? So they think this is the red ace. You have them pick, they pick the red ace. You say, I'm sorry, sir, that's a black one. That's a black one. The red one is on the end. Now, sometimes you will get a layman that doesn't want to follow the game because he knows you're trying to fool him, so he will on purpose call another card. Two things can happen. If he calls this card, my patter says, you know, most people pick this card, but if you did, you'd be wrong. You, sir, you were a lot smarter. You went over here, but I'm sorry, you're still wrong. That's a black one. The red one is over here. Now, let's say one more thing happens. Let's say he chooses the right card, and he's just trying to be a person that's just going to guess, and he accidentally chooses the right card. I go into this. I say, okay, most people pick the center card, but that's black. Now, when you do that, the audience is still going to react, because even though he was just guessing, the audience still knows that's where it was supposed to be. So you'll still get the reaction. You say, you could have went over here, sir, that's black, but you were smart, you went over here, that's the red one. That means now it's time to play for real money. And sometimes that gets a better laugh than if actually he did it, okay? Now you're going into the last phase. You again scoop them up just like before, one card under the other. Give them one shuffle, just like before. Turn the cards end for end towards you, and once again spread them out. Now is the part of my presentation where I say, okay, I promised everyone I'm going to show you how the trick works. Really, it's easy. See, David only has 2 eyes, but I'm using 3 cards. And that's pretty much the whole trick. Thank you and good night. That gets a laugh there. So I say, I'll tell you what, let's try something hard. I have the wallet over here. I say, let's try something hard. Let's eliminate 1 card completely. And when I say that, what I do is I tilt the cards up again so I can take the 3, put my thumb on the index, turn it over, and say I eliminate 1 card. Now we're going to play 2-card Monte. This has never been done before in the history of the game. Keep your eye on the red card. You just turn the cards face down, take 1 in each hand. Make sure you take the gaff card in your right hand. You now give them a little twist, say which hand. They guess either one, they're wrong. Sorry, sir, these are the black ones. The red card is over here, the card we eliminated in the very beginning. That's the end, and I'll tell you, it really kills. One more little tip with this. The reason I prefer to take the cards out of a wallet versus taking them out of the deck, Eric DeCamps has a great routine on the market called Joker's Wild, where he uses the Fred Cat